welcome to another exciting Link Fast match for SpeedGaming Live 2021. My name is Jaxie, and I'm joined by ProA007 here on CoComs. How are you doing today?
Good. So, we are in a losers round 3 match between two people who I'm sure are no strangers to the community, Andy and Hitsuyan, 1337. So, I think we're in for a treat here today. This is a pretty high-profile match.
Yes, it is. And unfortunately, one of these two runners' tournament dreams are going to end as they will get knocked out, as this is a double elimination tournament.
Yep. Win or go home. Well, in this case, they already are home, but we shall see how this plays out here. What are you expecting from our runners today as far as like unpredictable events?
I don't like to predict what's going to happen in a seed because then it just anticipates things that are too much of a dream to want to happen. But I'm just looking for something nice, maybe a few bad item placements that'll keep things interesting.
All right. So our runners will be playing with a few minor deficits here. They can only get up to 3 swords, for example, no half magic, blue chain mail, all that, and we lead off with bombs.
Bombs is good. However, given that this is a casual boots, we won't be needing those bombs for the escape, but rather we will be needing them for Kakariko Village.
Right. So, yeah. But again, not a bad thing to have. We'll see what Uncle is giving out today. More bombs.
So in the escape sequence, we're generally aiming for around like 5:30 escape time, 5:30, with boots.
Yeah. Having boots and sword will make a lot of this early game a little easier for the runners. But they've got this down pretty much in their heads. They could probably do it in their sleep if they wanted.
For sure. And so, as for what will happen in terms of the outcome of this match, as we did say, the loser of this match is unfortunately going to be packing their bags and exiting the tournament. The winner of this match is going to be facing the loser of the match that is between Schulzer and Big Dunka.
Yeah. All quality opponents, at this point, every match is a grinder now.
Yeah, at this level of play and execution, like, you can't make any mistakes.
It'd be interesting to see if our two runners decide to make an atypical play early, just to try and get some sort of early advantage.
Looks like both of our runners are going for the 8 sword slashes, and we get a French vanilla blue boomerang.
Yeah, so not much in the way of like major progression so far. It could be a while, depending on how trolly the seed wants to be today.
I mean, we will know definitely more once we get out of escape. And that bonk there just solidifies, you know, that's just precious milliseconds just lost.
Yeah, it could well be, you know, those little hiccups here and there. You know, sometimes your movement is almost too pristine, and you end up making little mistakes as a result of that. And you saw the bonk there, and he just, you know, couldn't get the brakes down in time.
Hitsu, meanwhile, does get the key dash.
Near the back of escape here, about the 430 mark. Burrito, the Arrow of Destiny, and more bombs. So not much so far here in Escape. Our runners are really not getting a lot to work with.
It's going to be Dark World access in Mini Moldorm Cave.
You heard it here first, folks. Alright, so Andy in the Sanctuary at 5:06. Hitsuyan 5 seconds back behind him. We got a Power Glove. Okay.
That's nice. And yeah, Andy is making a sensible play. He's going to Houlihan right here. And we got a green pendant at Eastern, and I think I saw 2 blue crystals at Desert and Hera.
Confirmed on the crystal at Hera. Definitely saw that. Alright, so Bonk Rocks, just 20 bucks. Andy going south Hyrule to start here. Picks up a piece of heart in the dam. See what happens when he empties it. Looks like we got a medallion.
I think that was Bombos.
I think it was. Oof. So.
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, like if TR and Meyer are crystals, it's only a 1 in 3 chance that it's required.
True. Chad is suggesting ether.
It's a yellow coin that may potentially be required, but Bombos is the only one that has like a lot of potential usefulness, considering the fact that it could also be logical access to Ice Palace.
Yeah. Alright, so into Kakariko, we got a Nagina check as well.
The Nagina route not really paying off.
No, they've got a bug net, money, more money, and a lamp. So we got a fire sword.
Yep, so that does put Old Man and the top of, and not the top of, the inside of Spectacle Rock Cave in Logic.
Yep. It's also, we're slowly building towards Agahnim required here. Aga 1. We're not quite there yet, but the early signs seem to be pointing there.
Yeah, they definitely are. That's a hook shot, so that makes Death Mountain a little more appealing.
Yep, Death Mountain now just got a lot more interesting. And Hitsuyan gets well, he gets an extra heart, I suppose, but not a great, but still a kind of blah return on investment for that $100.
Aga could be required to get whatever that medallion is on Lumberjack.
Right.
And Andy's gonna set up a water walk.
So far, Hitsuyan is getting the better end of the draw here on the items. Andy hasn't really come up with anything other than knowing there's, you know, the other places are going to be good when he does get around to them.
Piece of heart on the library. We are not going to be taking that.
You know, we will be taking that money in the waterfall. Then he's got enough for Zora, and we got a Titans mid in the race game.
Interesting.
Doesn't rule out Aga entirely, but
there's Bombos right there on the Zora ledge.
Yeah, so what confirmed it was Ether. Oh.
Yeah, Andy, unfortunately, turning up dry on his checks.
And finishing it off with the Bernie Madoff special. So yeah, not what he was hoping for. Now Hitsuyan is actually going to be following suit. Andy's going to be making all of the checks that Hitsuyan made. So we're kind of just retracing each other's steps here.
Yeah, that hookshot does allow him to do the dam a lot faster, though.
Yeah, and Mini Moldorm Cave will be faster, too. That Moldorm just doesn't want to get hit by the hookshot.
That Moldorm is not playing nice.
Yeah, it's almost like a Tom and Jerry cartoon there for a second. I actually like Chad's suggestion. Buster Keaton bit. Yeah, there you go. Hitsuyan doesn't know about the $300 that are in the waterfall, but not taking any chances here, which is sensible.
Yeah, this is a wise decision on his part. I mean, we know that it's gonna lose him a little bit of time, but I mean, in his mind, like, for all we know, like, there could be no money at all for days, and that could be the only place to farm it.
So they're pretty close to finishing the other's route. It looks like, okay, Hitsuyan just checking Lake Hylia there, just make sure, Lake Hylia Island, make sure there's nothing there.
Hitsu also sees that Bombos. But we are probably not going to be getting that until we have flippers, most likely.
Yeah. So that could begin a bit of a chain here, depending on how this breaks. So we shall see. But Hitsuyan is done with the Zora chain. So looks like it's going to be a trip up. Actually, could do King's Tomb. He is going to do King's Tomb first, which is a good idea. You know, get that out of the way. I mean, you're getting Titan's Mitt early, so the seed is kind of telling you something, isn't it?
There's Dark World access.
Well,
okay, so do we put off the mountain, or do we just go, or do we go to the mountain?
Tempting. I think I'd be going for more just overworld checks, but looks like okay. Gotta fake this out.
Hitsu is gonna probably be going to the mountain, yeah.
And it looks like Andy is gonna turn in that mushroom, which is a good move.
Yeah. Incoherent also bringing up a good point. Yes, we can check the Turtle Rock Medallion. And we find silvers.
Right, so that's a nice find. Doesn't come with a bow, unfortunately. And got some little piece of the old man's heart.
Yeah, that's also another thing I was thinking, J. Coper. Like, you could go from King's Tomb into the Mushroom Turn-in as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that looked like a sword.
I think it was, yep. You know, you've been playing this enough when you can tell what it is just by, like, you know, a very tiny bit of a pixel.
Yep, that's the Master Sword.
Right, so Aga 1 is now in play.
Nice bomb jump. Answer a question, chat. For these particular settings, we are using a non-progressive bow. So the bow and arrow and the silver arrows are completely separate from each other.
Answer chat's question. Yes, so we did see Lumberjack. It was Ether. We thought it was Bombos, but Bombos being on Zora Ledge has confirmed yes it was.
And here we go with hovering. Nice job.
And Chad pointing out Andy did not see Lumberjacks yet, so although now that he's got Master Sword, after he's done with his Death Mountain adventure, that could be next.
There's Quake and the Cane of Samaria.
Alright, so couple of potential late game items here.
I mean, depending on if TR is Quake, we can go into Turtle Rock right now.
Whether or not you would want to is another matter. Oops.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
It got the fairy saw a reason and came back.
Yeah, it looks like Hitsu is going to be doing Spiral Cave, and then he's just going to go do Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah. Andy looks like he's going to do the same thing. There's our only shield of the day.
Yep. Okay, Dark World, what do you got for us? Pendant Skull, 5/6 at Ice, and Pendant Swamp, and also, wow, Vanilla 5/6.
Yeah, actually 5, 6, and 7 vanilla. Pretty sure TR was 7.
And there's a cape.
Could be useful. It'll make some situations a little easier if they need it, but I doubt that will necessarily be the case. Let's see, we're gonna get a TR check first. And
It is Ether, so that is Aga required.
Aga is required.
That's also true. Andy has not checked Lumberjack.
It depends what he does next here. Does he kind of go out of his way to check, or I can see this going a couple of ways. There's a lot of things still to check. Nobody's been to Eastern yet. Looks like Hitsuyan's going to be making a run to Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts.
Yep, and Andy is going to be doing the exact same thing.
Which makes sense.
Never mind, Hitsu is going to Skull.
Well, still, I understand why Andy's doing this, because you're playing for volume at this point. You got all these checks, overworld checks to do.
Andy also going into Skull.
Yeah. With the Cane of Samaria, that'll make this room Andy's in a little easier. Excuse me. There's the big key. Its vanilla location.
Oh, was it a vanilla map?
Yeah. Unfortunately, no fire rod there.
Okay, and that's the first item of Skullwoods.
Alright, last check.
Okay, so last item is in the back.
Alright, so on to Village of Outcasts and Thieves Town, which is a crystal, I believe.
You would be correct.
So But a good idea by Hitsuyan. Oh, we got literacy.
Okay, so that book opens up
Desert.
just desert. Because we got no mirror or hammer. Because we got no mirror, so we can't do Bombo's tablet, and we have no mirror or hammer, so we can't do Ether tablet.
Right. Depending on what they decide to do, we can have a nice little run on crystals here. The board is starting to come together as far as the item pools. After this round of Overworld and Thieves Town, the picture will become a bit clearer. If I'm thinking for the end game, I think we could be looking at a flute end game here.
Flute go mode?
I think so. If I were to guess based on what I've been seeing so far, that would be my guess. Is we're looking at a flute end game. It's always the Ice Rod go mode. I know, but you know. I can hope, can't I?
We can hope and we can dream.
Yeah. Alright. So,
I believe it was. What was the third pendant? It was.
I believe it was Pod.
It was.
Yeah.
It was Pod. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
That's what I. Yeah.
Swamp.
I thought it was Swamp for a second, and I was like, I'm going crazy, right?
Well, that's a
Thank
separate
you.
matter. That's a separate matter.
Yeah, Myra and Ice are the 5/6.
Yeah. Yes, there's no progressive bow under these controls. Ooh.
That looked to be intentional.
I think so, yeah.
Yep, he's leaving.
Yeah.
This is... I would say it is the conservative decision. Don't want to risk orphaning the Thieves Town big chest.
That's true. Yeah, they don't have hammer yet. So yeah, you do run that risk.
Worst case scenario, the hammer is in Thieves Town.
Okay.
Flippers cannot be on PED. No.
Sadly no, because of Swamp Palace. Alright, so Andy got another piece of heart from Stumpy, so he's up to 6 now. So, Hype Cave.
Our piece, 10 arrows. The small magic decanter. And nothing else, really.
Alright, so we got our first boss fight of the game against Blind, a scripted fight, 9 hits.
Nicely done.
Yeah. And Andy's gonna take that literacy, and I think that was 4 items, incidentally. So Andy's gonna take that literacy and go to desert. No, compass was in the tower. Incoherent. Yeah, I was in the attic. Excuse me.
So then there is an item in the big chest.
Alright, so yeah, so that could be important later. We shall see. As Hitsuyan's going to now do the rest of the overworld checks in Dark World.
Find a heart piece on the torch, so desert is not boots locked. However much we didn't really care anyway.
Yeah. Right. So on the crystal count, it's 1-0 Hitsuyan. He did finish Thieves Town while Andy decided to nope out of there after the front.
Yeah, I think it's Skull and Swamp that are the pendants. And there's the flippers. Well, I mean, those are needed. Well, those are needed logically for ice. But also, we have no way of actually being able to get in. Well, okay, never mind, because we can get that Bombos on the Zora ledge, which means we can now get into ice. Ugh.
Yep. Alright, so Hitsuyan saves and quits. Okay, let's see what his next move is going to be here. Follow Andy, or... Yeah, it looks like that's what he's going to do. Follow Andy into desert. Chat is confirming Eastern Swamp and Skull are the pendants today, so thank you, chat.
So that is a common misconception. The small magic decanter has no logical implications at all. But, I mean, it does, in a sense, represent half magic.
Yeah, I'm using some bomb strats here on the land molas. Okay, got rid of one. Oof. Okay, 2 down.
That's 3.
Nice job by Andy, and gets a burrito for his efforts and his first crystal at 3208. Desert is the first crystal for a player. That doesn't happen too often in my experience.
Yeah, it hasn't happened often for me either.
Thieves is usually first one.
Hammer and ice? Yeah, that could that actually seems pretty likely at this point.
Certainly, it's possible, and Andy is going to make a bid right for that Bombo. Or he's going to check Hobo first, and then probably get that Bombos.
Powder. That it's nice, but we don't have a hammer or a mirror, so we can't do anything with that in regards to item checks.
Yeah, it's like Hitsuyan knows that Aga is required, so he's put it off for a while now. I think he's just trying to clear as much as he can, so that he can do it without really having to worry too much. And I wonder if he'll follow Andy on this Bombos run, or if he's going to make a bid for Ether.
That's a good question, because progression could be in both Ice and TR, so we might have to go there eventually.
Yeah.
It could be Fire Rod and Turtle Rock, which would be absolutely disgusting. Also, yeah, the front of Pods and Logic, because we have flippers to get to East Dark World.
Yep. It looks... Okay, did not... Okay, it makes... Wonder, I thought he... Looking at the tracker, I thought Hitsuyan had got the flippers, but no. Okay, he's gonna check Agahnim now. One of the few things Andy did that Hitsuyan has not done yet. Underway in Ice Palace. First chest was a burrito.
Nicely done, Icebreaker.
Yeah. So Hitsuyan is gonna continue on. Still has the one advantage Hitsuyan has got right now is he knows Aga's required. Because he saw Ether there, and Ether is required to get into TR, which is a crystal. So that is critical. No, yeah, no one has checked Saha's closet or Eastern yet. No. That side of the map has been neglected thus far.
Nice hover.
Actually, if anything, Hitsu is actually probably ahead right now because of the knowledge of Ether.
Andy did Icebreaker, but we don't have a hammer, so we can't get the small key in the Icebreaker chest as well. Or not the Icebreaker chest, the compass chest.
Yeah, there's the big key. More keys.
Yeah, both of our runners finished Desert.
Hitsuyan is making our first trip to Eastern and Saha, who's been neglected thus far. Why isn't Hitsu doing A? I think he's clearing the decks first. Make sure. Okay, there's a bottle.
Okay. Okay.
No.
That's a hammer and iced tea.
That's bit. That is huge. Hitsuyan's now going into Eastern. Interesting.
And the ice rod.
Wow. Andy cleaning up here in Ice Palace.
I think that was all 3 items.
I believe so, yes. Ice Palace paying off in spades for Andy here. And Hitsuyan kind of making me eat my words a little bit there about saying he was in the lead. I don't think so anymore, even with the ether knowledge still in his hip pocket. Andy can really start cleaning up here.
And
there's
2 bottles.
Well, unless Sick Kid is holding something really good here.
I think there is still an item in the Thieves Town big chest.
Yes, I believe that is also correct. Okay, so he's gonna use. Oh, Andy got hit by gold. Ooh.
That's unfortunate.
That does hurt, yes.
And Andy's just gonna save and quit.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, he shakes it off. You know. And there's Blue Mail.
Nice to have, but Eastern otherwise a bust. You know, the bottle, I guess. You know, unless Sick Kid's holding something really good. And what's he on? Where's he going?
Yep, now is a good time to clear out Thieves Town.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Hitsuyan's gonna go for the drug deal here. Get the silvers.
And we'll just fill up on some potions.
Good idea. And, you know, with some of these later Dark World dungeons having magic powder, if you need a quick refill from an anti-fairy, all the better. Okay, Hitsuyan is finally gonna make the run to Aga. Been kind of waiting for this for about, what, 20-25 minutes?
I think what he's doing is he's banking on something being in Turtle Rock, but here's the other issue I have. So I actually don't agree with this play. And
okay.
So, first of all, TR is also hammerlocked. So yes. We can't even get into TR even if we get that Ether Medallion.
Correct.
So this is the only instance where Ether is required. I feel like this is definitely a gamble you're making. Like, I understand that, you know, we have another runner on the left who has the hammer and can go into TR when he gets Aga done. But I mean, it could just be the fact that I usually like putting off Aga until I absolutely have to do it.
Well, sure. I mean, it's not, you know, an idealized play here, certainly, but, you know, it's like, okay, the final chest was a piece of hearts, so hammer not required to finish off this dungeon, or 100% this dungeon. Anyway, it's like, you're gonna have to do it eventually, and there's really no great time to do it. Chat was saying, you know, also check pod and pyramid while you're at it, which is true. I mean,
Yes.
so it's not a one-off like it would have been, say, 20 minutes ago. So you know, it is a time sink. There's no getting around that, and
why not current jump? Because we have flippers.
right. So Andy ties it up at 2-2 on the crystals.
The C next to Andy's magic meter, that's just designating that the dungeon is a crystal. That was added in the most recent hotfix, and Hitsu unfortunately gets 1.0. Oh, well, he's glad he drank that potion.
A little tilted, I think. So we're getting some of our smith chain stuff taken care of. We don't have a mirror though. I wonder how many blue balls we're gonna get here today.
My guess is always 6.
I guess it's always 6. I'm gonna say 4.
There's 1. There's 2. Three. There's 4, and there's a vanilla tempered sword from the Smiths.
Okay. 6 looking good now.
So that's 5. Five blue balls.
Alright, so we're in the pyramid now. Aga 1 done. Hitsuyan can get ether now. It might still be a little bit before he does. Just because there are a few things he can do right now, and looks like he's going for pod. So Andy is actually going to make a run at Hera and the ether tablet.
Yeah, this is a wise decision.
Yeah.
Yes, Andy did unfortunately take a death to cold stare.
Yeah.
But it's fine. He can do it later because he got all 3 items in Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a time sink. So So Andy taking the shortcut here.
First item.
So we'll find out in a second in a minute here, if a trip to the basement is required, and if so, is Andy going to do it?
And meanwhile, on his screen, we saw a real nice potion camera unlock.
Very quick fight by Andy on Trolldorm, and oh, there's the flute.
Oh, that is interesting.
And there goes my prediction of a flute endgame.
So this is looking to be most likely it's probably gonna be just a bow go mode.
Yeah, bow fire rod endgame seems to be where we're heading now. Still some interesting variables in play here, namely, you know, is the mirror going to be required to get one of these remaining items? Yeah, Ice Palace has led Andy into a pretty good spot here as far as items are concerned. He's still the Lumberjack remains a slight obstacle though, but at this rate, Andy's got a chance to really you know, some damage here and clean out a lot of these crystals.
And Andy's gonna activate the flute on his side. Yeah, I would definitely say that even with the Lumberjack knowledge that Hitsuyan has, Andy is definitely ahead. That's some nice vanilla game knowledge.
And he's going straight to Meyer. Find out what is behind, what's required to open this. If it's Ether.
It's Quake.
It's Quake, okay.
And 2 heart containers were in pod.
Well.
Okay, so it's both for go mode.
But we're a bow end game for sure. Andy is gonna open up Misery Mire here.
Yeah, so this is a double elimination tournament, and this is the lower bracket. Both of the 2 runners have each lost 1 match.
Nice Chain of Samaria play there by Andy. Get rid of the Whiz Robes. And Hitsuyan is turning towards Ice Palace. A wise decision.
Yeah, Hitsu's just gonna do Ice Palace because, like, there's nothing really better to do. Like, I'm pretty sure this is literally a last location for Hitsu. Outside of Smith Chain.
Yeah. Unfortunately, his sojourns to Eastern and pod, while healthy, did not yield any tangible forward progress for him. Are they out of the main event? No, it's double elimination. You can get back in through by winning the rest of your matches.
That could have been the replacement for either the butter sword or the boots. But again, those carry no logical implications. I completely missed it. I was paying attention to Hitsu. We found a bow in Mire.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's no mode.
Yep.
Wait, Hitsu left?
Yeah, he did.
Oh no.
He's going to get his and I thought he was going to go get his ether.
Oh.
Yeah, death warped out of there, but not a good time for that. He's going to check Sick Kid. Not worth the investment.
Yeah, this still, like, Andy still does not know that Aga is required.
Yeah, that's the only advantage Hitsuyan's got right now. And at this point, it's going to become irrelevant. You know, at the rate this is going, Andy's now with his bow and silvers going to make quick work of Vitreous here.
Very nice work. Yeah, if Andy were to find the mirror, that could bail him out. But as soon as he figures out what's on Lumberjack, like he's just gonna make a beeline straight for Aga.
Yeah. Looks like he's doing the Aga checks. Hitsuyan got his red sword, which is nice, but still limited onto what he can go after here. They might be doing purple chests.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a good case of 2 wall kicks.
Ether is on Lumberjack, Misery Island. And Ether is required to get into Turtle Rock. What's Hitsuyan's next move here? Looks like is he going for a catfish?
Yeah, that's what this looks like.
So, yeah, both of them are missing key pieces of information, or not checked certain areas, and Hitsuyan really needs to get back into Ice Palace like now.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. There's still an item on the boss. There's still an item on Armos, so it could be the mirror could be locked behind Armos.
Could be.
Okay, this looks like he's going back to ice.
Yeah, it's like he's out of options at this point, and he really needs like just something to kind of get him back and forward momentum. He hasn't grabbed a crystal since the 34-minute mark. He's down 2 right now, 4-2. Sang card for Andy.
Oh yeah, this is gonna feel bad for anyone. The fact that you're double dipping Ice Palace, and you know this is the last location.
Yeah, it's definitely not what you want, but he also has no choice. Andy, unlike Hitsuyan, can actually finish this dungeon because he's got all the items.
Yeah, Andy does have to double dip ice to finish Cold Stare.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Hitsu could also bail and not find the ice rod.
You know, that seems kind of unlikely.
It does.
Especially since this is a crystal. If it were a pendant, yeah, there's an outside chance of that, but I think at this point you just gotta go. You just gotta move and just get things done.
Yeah, now Hitsu's gonna be getting the hammer.
Yeah.
He is not gonna be happy when he sees that.
No, I wouldn't think so. But, you know, it's one of those things at this point, just gotta deal with it. So, Helmut Sword King fight underway for Andy. Easy.
And that's Helmut Sword King down.
So, and the prize is a piece of heart. And that's crystal number 5 for Andy. So he's at 5-2 on the crystals, and I would say ice is going to be his next play. He's going to finish that off. Put him at 6. No discernible reaction, no visible reaction from Hitsuyan on seeing his hammer.
Yeah, if he is not happy.
Okay, Andy. What's he doing? Is he gonna do he is gonna do Eastern. Actually, come to think of it,
he's gonna skip the ice rod.
Uh-oh. Well, okay. Maybe he does this up front and then goes back in.
That's what I hope.
It makes sense. Alright, so Hitsuyan dealing with Cold Stare. It's got the red sword, which will make this a little, and blue mail, which will make this than what Andy had to do. Alright, so Andy doing some overworld checks now.
And he's going back to ice.
Yeah, Hitsuyan for the first time in 30 minutes has grabbed a crystal to give him his 3rd. Unfortunately, he's still down.
He's leaving!
Oh no. Oh. It's down 5-3 on the crystals. He needs. Unfortunately, it's going to be really hard for him to catch up here.
This is going to be the Turtle Rock play.
I think so. Well, that's right, he doesn't have flute either.
So if you want Hitsu to have a chance, you need to pray that Mirror is not in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, there's the ether. Paying off. That is true. Hera has not been done yet by Hitsuyan. That will help, but he's got to be careful here. He's already died once to Cold Stare. Right,
there's the kill.
I think it's like that's a little dramatic.
Bo was in Mire.
Yeah. So 108.12 on his 6th crystal. So he's just got to go and check Lumberjack, but the only other place he has not gone is Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh no, is he doing Swamp?
No Mirror.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're right. He can't. Oh, he's going for a red bomb.
Pyramid Fairy.
Boy, if the mirror's there. Oh.
If the mirror's here, this is gonna be really, really, really disgusting.
Yeah. Andrew just goes,
Hitsu's double dipping Thieves Town.
This has definitely been one of the more interesting seeds I've seen of late.
I mean, at the start of this stream, I did request something a little more interesting, and this is definitely on the.
Ask and ye shall receive. And Andy will get to Lumberjack sometime in this century, I think.
Well, I mean, that mirror makes checking Lumberjack a little bit more convenient as a con to him finding that mirror.
Yeah, well, it could be a while before that happens, unfortunately. Hitsuyan making the long trek back into the heart of Thieves Town gets just this piece of heart. Problem for Hitsuyan is he has no fire or ice rod, and
yeah, so TR is fire locked. He's gonna be forced out of there pretty quickly, which is a good thing actually, because it's gonna point him more in the direction he needs to go, which is Ice Palace.
Well, Ice Palace and Meyer eventually. Oh wait, never mind. Well, okay, he's got to do Tower of Hera anyway, so that.
Oh, this is the swamp play from Andy.
Yep.
Or he's gonna either do that or do Bomba's tablet. Nope, this is swamp.
Yeah. Oh, Hitsuyan caught there by the bonk rock. I wonder at this point for Andy, it's like he's got to be thinking, oh, well, of course I did Lumberjack. There was nothing there. I can't imagine it was an intentional oversight on his part. I think it's just more one of those brain fog things.
That could be a good explanation.
I mean, hey, it happens to the best of us. You know, you think you've done something or you misread something, and you know it's just one of those things. You know, Lumberjack is the only thing keeping Andy out of this. Lumberjack has ether, and ether is required to open Turtle Rock. Right.
Yeah, Andy did a Houlihan start.
Yeah, he did, and you know, which got him what he needed financially. But yeah, I think that's kind of thrown him off his axis a little bit. There's the flute.
Flute for Hitsu.
So it's 5-4 now. It's 6-4 on the crystals. So you know, next and Hitsu's going to go straight, I think, to Meyer at this point. Clear that out.
God, this is actually a nail biter. Like, what's gonna happen first? Hitsu going back to ice or Andy killing Aga?
Based, well, I would say Hitsuyan's got the better chance, but what else can Andy do after Swamp? I mean, yeah, he can do Bombos, but that's not going to take too long.
He can do Spike Cave. Unless that was already checked.
It was checked, yeah. I think Andy did it. He's going to do left side now.
I mean, yeah, so Hitsu's gonna find the fire rod here.
And all well and good, but boy. Andy grinding his way through left side here. In terms of viable items, there really isn't a whole lot left. I mean, maybe the shovel or can of burn up, but that's really about it.
Yeah, there's not really much left in the game at this point. Outside of, like, Turtle Rock. Which, does Andy even know that Ether is required for Turtle Rock?
I thought he checked it. The tracker is showing he is checked, so I'm going to assume yes.
Okay. Hitsu has the item on Lumberjack, which is Ether. Andy has not checked Lumberjack at all, so he has no idea Aga 1 is required. Oh no, Hitsu! Did Hitsu get the bow? It looks like he's skipping it.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate for him.
It's in cutscene chest, which is really, really annoying.
So Andy...
There's the third heart container. What's this?
Checkerboard.
Yeah, this seems like checkerboard.
He's got to be a little careful. He's got magic powers, so he can afford to get a refill if he wants it. $50. He's kind of over this at this point. Like, really? So Hitsuyan's gonna have to do this the hard way.
He's gonna do cape strats and he's just gonna do sword and cape strats, I think.
Yeah. Andy's gonna do, looks like he's doing K45 and what else? Did he do the lunchbox?
I believe he did.
Okay.
He's gonna do, I think, K45. What could you route in with K45? I guess you could route in Graveyard Ledge.
Yeah, well, that hasn't been checked. So 6-5 on the count, but Andy is pretty much burned through.
Hitsu he's leaving Meyer.
At this point, it's not. At this point, Andy can take all the time he needs. Oh no, Andy did not do it. Hitsu did, but yes, yeah, Jake Ober, the bow is in Meyer. It's in the cutscene chest. Andy.
Oh, this is gonna be a Lumberjack check. I doubt. Okay, so this is actually gonna be kind of bad for Hitsu, because that mirror is just gonna pull him away from Ice Palace. Yeah, this is Graveyard Ledge. She's gonna do Graveyard Ledge into Lumberjack, I think.
Yeah, she hopes so. Hitsuyan, by a different route, is going to do this as well.
Nope. He's not. Nope. He's going straight there.
And at long last, Andy is going to check Lumberjack Cave.
The 122-37 Lumberjack check. Andy is not happy.
Little does he realize he is still in pretty good shape to get out of this. Unless Hitsu does what he's not about to do.
Yep, Andy's gonna be in go mode very shortly. For a short 5-6 minute climb up Aga Tower.
Andy's like, God, how did I get that wrong?
Yeah, with the way this is going, it really does seem like it's Andy's race to lose.
Yeah,
At this point.
He's in absolute control here. Now that he knows what he has to do, it's just going to be a question of getting in a TR, and then, running this out. And it would take an awful lot for something to go wrong here. It's not impossible, but... The chat saying Andy's looked like he's needed to leave for an island since seeing Lumberjack. Yeah, well, we all have those moments.
Yeah, you can tell that Andy is not happy.
That's it for Aga. Should be getting the ether in the next minute or so.
And there's the ether for Andy, and at 127.47, Andy is in go mode. What a horrible seed.
I guess that's one way to put it. Yeah, this is not... I'm sure that's what Andy's thinking, like, man...
TR is ether. That's why we need to beat Aga 1. So this is so the mode for this tournament is a casual boots, but we have a tweaked hard item pool. This is a double elimination tournament, and both of these two runners are in the lower bracket, meaning they've each lost one race.
Yeah. So they still have a chance to win, but they have no margin for error.
All races in this tournament are best of 1.
Yeah, because SG Live is only a week and a half long event, we can't have best of 3s like you normally would. It'd take too long. We've got like what 15, 20 other tournaments going.
Yeah, which shout out to SpeedGaming for putting this all on.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like, if you want some more great tournament action, there's action going on all over the SpeedGaming network. SpeedGaming 3, 4, 5, 6, and even 7.
We're getting close to the Ocho.
And if tournaments aren't enough for you, there is a speedrunning marathon going on at SpeedGaming 2. I do not know what's going on right now over there, but you should definitely go check it out if you haven't.
Yeah, I had the pleasure of doing that on Friday. I was the second runner for the whole marathon. A lot of fun.
Lego Racers is on SpeedGaming too? Okay. Hitsu's not going back into Mire.
And he's gonna make a retreat. He's got enough keys to just go straight for the finish line here.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's nothing else Andy needs to do. Ice Rod is in Ice Palace.
Yeah, it's like he's thinking like, man, this should be over by now.
Andy's going to employ backdoor strats on Trinex.
Alright, there goes Trinex.
Bro, I'm seeing numbers in chat. You want to explain what those numbers mean?
Yeah, so as is tradition in the Link to the Past Randomizer community, there are 22 chests in Ganon's Tower. One of them will hold the big key. Get your predictions in and see if you are as lucky as you are smart. Just 10 arrows at Ped. So I will say Andy deserves a break. Let's say 7.
I'm gonna say 15.
15, alright. We're gonna be going deep into the bowels of GT for this one.
Andy is going right.
Yeah, he's gonna check these, and if there's a key, he will probably, okay, there is a key, and yes, he is gonna continue down the right side here.
This is probably, he's probably gonna go to compass room in the mirror, is my guess.
That's more than likely, yes. So 1 and 2 came up empty. There's a key and make some bombs. Alright, so Hitsuyan also going to TR, but unfortunately does not have what is necessary to finish this dungeon.
3 is a piece of heart, 4, 5 is another piece of heart, and 6 is the compass.
He's gonna stop to get a key and then he's gonna mirror out, okay? On he goes, so now he's gonna go full left side here. 7 is a piece of heart, so there goes my guess.
Eight, 9, 10, 11.
Let the fun continue.
Number 12 is a small key.
Lots of keys, just not the one he needs.
Number 13.
Your prediction's looking all right right now. 15.
Number 14.
Yeah, so
one short. So shout out to Bunstare for being the first person in chat to guess 14.
Yes, congrats. We're heading up to Gauntlet now.
There is no red arm. There's no red mail with these settings. So interestingly enough, Andy still actually has not found the blue mail.
Right.
the blue cane. That does nothing for us.
Yeah, it seems like one more kick in the ribs on the way out.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a kick in the teeth.
Andy helping himself to a refill there on his health. He's gonna hover. I think he's gonna yeah, you knew it.
Alexei, how about both?
Yeah, I think at this point, you know, it's everything plus more. Alright, so
Hitsu is looking very confused.
triple there by Andy. Oh, just missed a double there. Good setup to finish this, and does a triple single double.
Alright, and now all Andy has left to do is to face Ganon.
Which shouldn't take too long.
And Hitsu is going back into ice. Triple dip.
Fortunately, too little, far too late for Hitsuyan, who is all but on his way out here. As Ganon, Andy's in phase 2 of Ganon. Andy done with phase 2. He's got to deal with Ganon moving around and being, you know, difficult as usual. Yeah, that's good. If Kitsu's more confused on where he lost the items and why the race isn't done yet, I'd probably a little of both at this point.
Alright. Yeah, he's not happy.
Ball.
And Ganon is down for Andy, so get your GGs in chat. As Andy is about to finish this very, very large dumpster fire of an SGL seed.
Yes. Closes it out with an official race time of 1:43:30.
And immediately after, Hitsuyan says, heck this, I'm done. So yeah, Hitsu did unfortunately put in a forfeit. But still, get your GGs in chat for Hitsuyan as well. Both of our runners did put on quite an amazing show.
Yes, indeed.
We are joined by Andy. Andy, GGs.
Hello. GG's.
So that was an interesting seed.
Yeah. It it was definitely interesting. I felt really, really good until the mirror, and then I felt very bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, the seed was pretty interesting.
So I guess the big question, Andy, is Lumberjack. Was that just, like a mental lapse? Like you thought you checked it but didn't, or was that just like you deliberately put off until the end?
I was gonna be checking it pretty soon until the mirror showed up. And then 60% of the checks that I had left were mirror locked, basically.
Okay.
So it just was unfortunate.
Yo, GG's, Andy.
GG's, dude.
GG.
I heard you skipped Lumberjack.
Yup.
Oh man, that would be my chance if I just played normal, I guess, from the hammer found on. I feel really bad.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, it was one of those things where the key items for rather inconvenient. It's like, oh, do I really have to do that? It's like, well, unfortunately, yes, he did. So yeah, it's a tough break. It was definitely an interesting seed. It started out slow, and then it really started to slowly pick up momentum. It seemed like most of the crystal dungeons had a key item.
Yeah, I think the big thing early was once I got mitts and the pearl from King's Tomb going up Death Mountain instead of going to Dark Worlds. Because that gave me the cape for the book, for the flippers, for the bombos, for the hammer, for the fire rod, for the bow. Everything just kind of like fell into place, and then the mirror just happened to be at Pyramid Fairy, which was the last item I wanted to see by a mile.
Yeah.
I was happy a bit about it because that was like my chance to catch up or something, but nothing was behind it, of course.
Yeah, so I took that straight to Swamp because I think Swamp and like Bombo's tablet and checkerboard were probably half of my remaining checks. So I don't know. And then after that, I did purple chests to finish it off. Then went back to Graveyard Ledge, and that's when I checked Lumberjack. And I was like, well, that sucks. I just wasted like 10 minutes. Yeah, if I check that early, if getting that bow, I mean, that maybe changes my route. Because Turtle Rock being open is pretty significant. But, I don't do much in pod besides find the big key. There's a lot of things that you get to skip if you just know about Lumberjack. But that's how it goes.
Yeah, it's like if you'd found that, probably looking at easily like a sub 80 time, I'd say. It's like that really would have, I think, helped lock things into place.
Can I ask you why you skipped Lumberjack at this time?
I hula-hand into South Shore after escape. I had 10 bombs and a glove.
Yeah.
Because
and then,
usually you do it when you played other people, I think. But then you had no gloves and bombs, maybe.
Yeah, lately I've been, I think I've been checking it into saving and quitting out of the Lost Woods dropdown to do South Shore first. But I don't usually have, good bomb count, plus no money, plus a glove. So hula-hand's not super. And then, the Sphere Zero had, 900 rupees. So the hula-hand was worthless. But yeah, I got the Bombos info really early. That's why I kind of just booked it to Ice Palace once I got those flippers, because I was flippers, I guess like Agahnim put pod in logic too, but
Yeah.
but it was just kind of like, let's just follow the chain of items and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually did pot because I had the knowledge with Aoife, so I killed Aga into pot.
Yeah, that makes sense. Did you full clear pod, or did you
Yeah.
clear pod without the bow? Okay.
Yeah, full cleared it. Except the boss, I never found bow.
Yeah. But yeah, then the myths being south of Kakariko led me to doing. I know I could have checked Lumberjack on my way up Death Mountain or something, but at that point,
Yeah.
we're still missing a sword, I think. And I was just like, nothing's gonna be. I had to do Agahnim last night for SMZ3, so there's nothing's gonna be there today.
Yeah, but this was breaking my neck. Like I had catfish and smith chain and ice. Then I went to ice, right side, no key, bailed out, go to smith chain, go to catfish, go to ice again, and then I just skipped the ice rod and also one item in Maya. Because I found fire rod then and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah,
and against you, to be honest, you feel always not ahead.
I don't know. It's so high level rando racing is just so hard because just like my opponent guaranteed made the god route like every time, and there's no way to like train yourself to not think that way. Just because everyone's so good.
That's kind of I feel you on that one, Andy. That's kind of when I do rando. That's kind of my mindset. I'm always assuming my opponent is doing the exact opposite, is doing it better than I am. So it's just kind of natural. Think, oh well, of course I didn't think of that. The other person, of course they thought of that.
Going to Ice Palace with that hammer that early, I don't know. I usually when the early Ice Palace play comes in, I never have Samaria, so I was trying to think of how I wanted to approach. It was like 6 hearts and green mail, so it would have been pretty easy to like go get the berry key and die. It's like a cross keys strat. Then I just figured I would icebreaker, open the chest, and just push the blocks and go back the normal way if it wasn't a small key. Which ended up, I don't know. I think I like that route actually. At least hammerless Ice Palace wise. But yeah, this seed was real weird.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, this was a very, very, very weird seed.
We need some weirdness in our life sometimes, but yeah, definitely GG's to both of you, and yeah, good luck, Andy, in your next match.
Yeah, good luck with the rest.
Loser of Scholzer and Big Dunka. Oh, that'll be fun. Yeah, it's been a tough tournament life so far, and it's only gonna get worse. So
show up and see what happens. It's all best of one, so yeah, and thanks to SpeedGaming as always for hosting us, and or just left a minute ago, Lady Laura Linda for tracking today. Much appreciated, and my co-com Jaxie for with me today.
It's always a pleasure.
Yes. Just have a quick.
And I do have schedules up. We do have a match going on right now on SpeedGaming 4, Obscure Lifeform versus Act the Boker. That is the winner's quarterfinal. And later on tonight at 9:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on SpeedGaming 3, we're going to be having another winner's quarterfinal match. Vortex of Doom versus Willard J. Bradley. 2 very accomplished runners. Definitely don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. I'm going to be there. Not on comms, of course.
Yeah.
And for all other Speed Gaming action, tournament matches are being broadcast on Speed Gaming Main, Speed Gaming 3 through 7, and our Speed Gaming Live 2021 Marathon is being broadcast over on twitch.tv/speedgaming2.
Yeah. And coming up next here on Speed Gaming 5 at about 10 minutes, actually, we have the Factorio A Link to the Past randomizer. Looks like a four-way match between Bad Moon Z and Madcap, and Uminen and Iolina. So stay tuned for that. And then that, I'll actually be back on this channel, but as a race, I've got a Mario 3 randomizer race between myself and Vix Rider and DLP 316 and Keith. So a couple high-level matches for that tournament. So lots of action here on this Final Fantasy randomizer. Right after, not long after that, at 9:15 Eastern, Speed Gaming. Speed Gaming 5 is going to be busy. And yes, do give our runners a follow if you haven't already. Put on a great show for us. You can follow me, Pro8007, Jaxie, and our tracker, Lady Laura Linda. So yeah, so thanks all, and stay tuned for fast action.
Thank you guys for watching.